I have been to the Sudan. I have been to Khartoum a couple of times. I was also recently in Juba, and wow, there is no question that when you look at the difference between Khartoum and the southern part of the Sudan, obviously Africa's largest country, that you probably will wonder about how that political marriage has lasted this long. But what about those who will say that secession perhaps may in fact be a negative precedent for the continent? How do you react to that?
I think you said lasted. I think most of Sudan's history has been one of civil war. So we have squandered most of our independence to a civil war. And that has marked the continuous struggle of the people of Southern Sudan fighting for self-determination. And we have paid a very heavy price. Thousands have died. And when we remember our leaders like John Garang and several others, and today mantle taken over by Salva Kiir and the SPLM and many other leaders, including my own beloved wife, Mary Bassiouni, who was a leader amongst women. And we wish they were here today to celebrate this day with us. But it is true that why I singled AU to praise is the fact that, as you know, at the beginning, one of the fears was that AU would not find it compatible to encourage the separation of South Sudan. But I think in the end, the AU, the international community, and everyone came to one single conclusion, that the determination of the people of South Sudan for self-determination was unstoppable. Nothing could be done about it. And as you witnessed, the single-mindedness with which they approached the polls and voted overwhelmingly, 98.83% to secede, that is that speaks for itself. It is the expression of the destiny and the desire and aspiration of a people. And AU, we are glad that AU was able to endorse this. But AU should not look at this separation as a trigger for Africa, falling in turmoil, divisions all over countries, separation and so on. I think it should be welcomed as an example, as a lesson for everybody, so that we look inwardly into our countries. If there are minorities, if there are inequalities, if there is lack of democracy, if we are dictatorial, then let this independence of the South serve as a warning for people to make amends and make the minorities feel at home wherever they are. If not, then you will see revolutions in your hands. And that cannot be stopped, just as we are today unable to stop the Arab Spring. So changes that might come as a result of a people struggling for their self-determination cannot be denied and cannot be stopped.
When we talk about the expected self-determination of the people of Southern Sudan, a lot of people, including you, of course, give credit to perhaps where it belongs really, and that is the late, of course, Dr. John Garang Dimabio. But what about people like Kerimino Kwanyoni Boro, for example, the man, in fact, that may have actually started the SPLA back in 1983? And what about Joseph Lagu, the Anyanya 1, and what about the Anyanya 2?
I think you're completely right. When we refer to John Garang, of course, he encompassed the leadership, but you speak of Carbino. Truly speaking, nobody's forgetting Carbino. I think he played a role. You speak of Father Saturnino. You speak of Joseph Uduho. You speak of Agri Jaden. You speak of Hilary Logali and Joseph Lago. We could go on and on. William Deng. We could go on and on and on. And Abel Alier, all of these people played major roles. And nobody is going to forget them. Their place in history is assured. But I think John Garang has become to symbolize the struggle in many, many ways. But as you know, as they say, failure is an orphan, but victory has many fathers.
Success has many fathers.
Success has many fathers. And definitely there will be many fathers, but the people of the South are mindful and will give due tribute to all Southerners who contributed and sacrificed and paid the ultimate price to bring about this self-determination